One More Turn. Episode 703. Meanwhile.
He was going to stay in the guest room.
He would have been here on your invitation, so that would be to see you.
I would not have been the one he's related to by blood in this house. You are. He would have accepted my invitation knowing he would get to see you. In theory.
That is what he would have thought. That would have been on him.
Carson.
Your inviting him would have been your idea and yours alone. Again, here to see you.
You wouldn't have known I hadn't discussed the idea with you first.
And that's on you, Bella.
You're saying you would have ignored him, would have made him think you're playing him.
You two are the ones into playing games. You would have bonded over that.
We're not talking about computer strategy games here. He bets on them. I don't.
You're seeing and hearing this, right? What I have to put up with here?
Someone who loves you enough to tell you to your face, over and over again, when your stubbornness gets a hold of your better judgment. Yeah, such a burden. Such a burden.
What does that say about your stubbornness in trying to get us back together?
I did more than try. I succeeded. We're married.
If you're taking all the credit for our getting back together, you're going to shoulder the blame too?
Blame is the only thing going to be touching your shoulders for some time if you...
This is what being around Max and me must have been like 3 seasons ago.
Isn't it a little soon in our therapy for you to inject personal anecdotes, Nora?
As I've told you both before, this is not therapy. You're receiving, but rather mediation. I am not a psychologist. Yet.
That's good, because I wouldn't want us to be paying you for these sessions. Yet.
Would you even remember to pay her after the fact if she was charging us, though? I half expect us to get our tax return audited if you managed your part of our expenses anything like you managed One More Turns the last few months you were there.
So you've been talking to Hudson, have you? Seriously?
It sounds like Max and my mother have more than their hands full. Pardon me a moment.
No, not that it matters. We keep in touch by text.
Why don't you just unblock him from your Facebook feed already?
He's not the brother dork.
Then there's this.
Where did you...
You left it on the printer tray. Paid plane ticket for him to travel across the country here.
No need to exaggerate, darling. It's only halfway across the country.
You're one to talk about expenses.
The ticket is one way.
So he wouldn't be stuck in our guest room for what? What? Next to forever? He couldn't afford to fly out here one way on any class by any means. That's why you bought him the ticket?
He's your brother. I'm now his sister-in-law. Mending fences takes one step at a time.
So the first step wasn't unblocking him online, but inviting him to come over here in person?
Okay. Time out on this, time out. I can't believe I'm about to ask this of you, Nora, but as you and Max have found a way to make your marriage work, what is your secret?
No secret. Just keep working away at communication and understanding. Like any relationship, really.
Well, that's not insightful.
It's too early for insight, I think. This is only our first therapy session with...
Again, I'm not offering therapy here. Yet.
Shouldn't you keep this door closed while you're in session?
You of all people should know that I'm not yet a licensed... What's going on?
Other than realizing this isn't the first time you've left a door open, I should chastise...
Max?
Let's talk about somebody else. Something else. Both of those things, even.
Well, the mayor has chosen not to seek re-election, and Pedro's already filed his campaign papers to succeed her.
So the divorce finally went through then? More time for her to spend with her cats.
You remember that she has pets, and what kind?
You chose to distance yourself from what's going on back in the town as you like.
And certain people who still live there.
You do care.
I'm starting to think you should be paying us for these sessions.
Middle came across a chirp from the town linking to Pedro's campaign platform.
That's tweet, Max.
I know my telling you about this is very sweet. That's how it's pronounced, my dear. But I don't think you're going to like his lead promise.
It better not be moving garbage pickup to every second week. There's no air freshener.
Oh, no, nothing of the sort. Sort. I mean, sort. Yeah, get it? It's. Okay, that look I'm still trying to avoid. Pedro's calling for a full reveal of those involved in the Doe contract.
Why would we, care one way or another about that? We're not involved.
No, but our friends are. Pedro's looking to prove Acme Smith's innocence here.
Well, this really isn't that unexpected. He's employed by Reese's family, and they've made no attempt to hide their intention to pursue legal action still. Here's the political front to that effort. Now let's see here. Reread Pedro's first promise if elected. He does not want to lay blame on One More Turn Solutions, or Riley for that matter, in referencing her than Fortuna Works business. What would it matter to us if Acme Smiths were exonerated in any way?
Acme Smith would be in a position to have blame laid on One More Turn Solutions and Riley themselves. Socially. Legally.
Well, when you put it that way...
That's assuming no one else in town wants to piggyback on Pedro's plan and seek to lay blame politically, too. When Reese alone gets wind of this, oh.
Freudian cigars. I liked it better when you failed to focus.
One More Turn. Written and created by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Edited by Dark Cloud. Directed and produced by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Characters in order of appearance. Bella, voiced by Annalie Cardamandua Barney. Carson, voiced by Scott Alfashard Dirk. Nora, voiced by Heather Pawprint 42 Motes. Max, voiced by Dark Cloud. Sounds courtesy of freesound.org. Music by Kevin MacLeod. Voiceover by Sedgwick. Visit the One More Turn website at onemoreturn.net. Copyright Civilized Communication at civcom.net. On the next episode of One More Turn.
Her divorce probably has something to do with it.
Are you suggesting a woman needs a man by her side to be in politics?
I'm suggesting she's choosing to focus on herself. She doesn't want to let people down.
You mentioned something about journalism reminding you of something.